HighBridge, a division of Recorded Books, presents The Alaskan Laundry by Brenden Jones. Read by Rebecca Gibel. Whenever a bunch of fellows would get together, someone would start talking about going up north. Things were pretty much settled to the south of us. We didn't seem to be ready for steady jobs. It was only natural we'd start talking about the north. We bought out the Russians. We'd built canneries up there. The fellows who hadn't been up was hankering to go. The rest of us was hankering to go back. Martha McEwen, The Trail Led North. There is a story always ahead of you, barely existing. Only gradually do you attach yourself to it and feed it. You discover the carapace that will contain and test your character. You find, in this way, the path of your life. Michael Ondaatje, The Cat's Table. Chapter 1. The captain's voice echoed off the mountainside. Port Anna, the town of Port Anna, 20 minutes. All passengers exit through the car deck. She watched off the left rail of the ferry. Port, starboard, whatever. Bleached driftwood and tangles of seaweed were strewn across the beach. Above the sand, trees carpeted the mountains up to the dark peaks. She squinted, but couldn't make out much in the thickening fog, just clouds caught in hazy wisps among the treetops. Shouldn't there be factories on the outskirts of town? Suburbs? The air smelled piney, faintly citrus. She punched her sleeping bag into its sack, tossing salami ends and scraps from her meals during the last 4 days into the trash. With her thumbnail, she chipped duct tape from the cement deck where she had camped. The bottom of the tent was still wet from the first night on the boat, when she had woken to the crack of the rain-fly, shiver of the ferry, as waves slammed into the hull. Huddled in her sleeping bag, nylon walls contracting and expanding around her like a lung, she had been certain the tape lashing down her tent would give. She'd be trapped in a sail, skittering across the ocean, never to be seen again. When she finally gathered the courage to step out, as the sky began to lighten, a wave streaked with foam reared up in front of her like some nightmarish opponent before slapping down, sending salt spray over her cheeks. She spent the next 3 nights sleeping on a chair beneath the solarium heat lamps, reveling in the warmth. The ferry heaved toward a break in the trees, threading 2 islands, crescent sweeps of ash-colored beach on either side, outlines of mountains faint in the dimming light. Since boarding the ferry, she had spoken to no one, feeling like a ghost among the passengers. That's how it had been since she left Philly, as if her vital organs continued to function while her mind went elsewhere, into some alternate universe, the laws of which she could not explain. She zipped her duffel and returned to her spot. A tall man with a white beard and a weathered face, eyes the color of Pennsylvania bluestone, settled on the rail beside her. "The Rock home for you?" he asked. HARDWORK was tattooed over scabbed, swollen knuckles. She caught a whiff of oil and something else, maybe alcohol. "You mean Archangel Island?" "The Rock. That's what we call it. A 50-mile-long, 15-mile-wide slab of rock. You're looking at the northern tip of it right now, with Port Anna just around the bend." "I'm from Philly," she announced. Her throat felt sandpapery. "Yeah, I would have noticed if you'd been around." He stepped back from the railing, stretching his sinewy arms. "Philadelphia. Capital of America. I got that right?" She looked to see if he was joking. The wrinkles etched into his cheeks didn't deepen. He set a palm into the rain, breaking into...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?